actually. We show you what we could do. We show you what we could do. Now, when we talk about my favorite moment, it's kind of bittersweet because it ended in a loss, but it honestly ended also in one of the best memes and moments for the Jets of all time. I know that came off a loss. I understand that completely. But the excitement that he felt in that moment, I promise you, I felt that too. I promise you, every other Jet fan felt that too. And it was so exciting because of this is a team at this point we're still winless. We're going against a really good team that is coming back on everybody. Baker Mayfield is coming back king at this point. The Buccaneers are they have at least 5 or 6 injuries still going through it. They have Mike Evans who gets injured in that game as well. Rookie Igbuka is cooking us, one-handed catches, making big plays. But when that block kick happens, I felt that. I felt that so much. I felt that so much. And somebody else that I know also felt that so much has just joined. And let me introduce him here. This is somebody that is known as Boy Green, Paul Esden Jr. He has a daily Jets podcast that he does every single day. Christmas, New Year's, it doesn't matter. You name it, he's live. He's almost actually at 3.5 million views. So get him there. Get him there. He's at 8.3 thousand subscribers, Mr. Paul Green. How you doing?
What's going on, fellas? Appreciate all the Puerto Rican representation. It has just hit the airwaves, baby. So, yes, it's excellent. So, Macho Talk Sports Super Bowl special. Look at all this. I appreciate you doing all this for me. This is beautiful.
Of course. I knew you were coming. I had to make sure I cleaned up. I hid all the clothes, put it in the corner somewhere in the closet.
Hey, by the way, real quick, Macho, this might just be me, but it sounds like you're not using the mic that I think you want to be using. It sounds like you're using your computer mic. So I don't know if you want to switch it. I'm hearing it half sound coming through my headphones when I was just listening to you guys before. So you may want to switch your mic to your other one, I think.
This.
Whoa! Oh yeah, instantly better, 100%.
My man.
Yeah,
my man. Yeah. That's why I brought you on, just to fix my mic. Thank you so much.
God bless.
I appreciate you. You know, you have a good day. No, but so what we're doing right now is we're going over the season right now. We're just talking about some of our favorite moments, worst moments. Right now, we are going over the favorite moment. What I want to ask you, what is your favorite moment from this season? It doesn't have to be the Jets, but if it happens to be the Jets, please.
Well, of course, Jets-wise, I mean, I know a lot of people, I would just carry off of what you just said, the Week 3 Jets-Bucks game. Like, it's funny because it all sort of connects back to the Super Bowl, right? There are all kinds of great Super Bowl plays that we remember but they get lost in history because they were on the losing team. We go back to this Patriots Seahawks Super Bowl. I believe that was Jermaine Kearse with the bobbling crazy ass catch down the right hash, which eventually helped Seattle get into range where they could have run the ball with Marshawn Lynch. Sore subject, sorry for Seahawks fans. But like that was like one of the craziest catches ever. If the Seahawks win that Super Bowl, we talk about that, maybe not in the same level of David Tyree, but we talk about that a lot better. But because they lost, we're like, oh well, they stink. So like we never bring that up again. So in the same way for the Jets season, we go to that Week 3 game, you see Aaron Glenn doing that crazy dance. And the reason why I was doing that crazy dance is Will McDonald did the only thing that the Jets had any chance for. The Bucs were up 6 points. A field goal, in theory, wins the game with like 2 minutes to go. They would go up 9. They would have gone up 9, which would have been 2 scores and impossible to come back. The only way the Jets get back into the game is if they block the field goal, and quite frankly, it's how the offense was playing, return it to the house to put them in front. And then, so I was doing the play-by-play for that game, and I'm like, man, Will McDonald, jumping over cars and shit, like, I mean, this would be a perfect time for it. I don't know where he is. And then I just lost my blank when he jumped the line, blocked it. And not only did he block it, the gods allowed the ball to bounce in the perfect direction. Whereas Will's sprinting, he's like, oh, sweet, I'll take that. Thanks. And I was just like, oh my God. And I know a lot of Jet fans say like, oh, I didn't get excited, this random Jets fan, because I knew the defense would immediately give it up to Baker Mayfield. And if you feel that way, man, that must suck to be a fan with that perspective of not being able to accept anything because I'm a Jets fan. I know it's always going to go wrong. Like, no, I lost my shit. I was like, whoa, yeah, bye-bye, go Willie. So for the Jets, definitely that has to be up there. But I mean, if we go to NFL season, I mean, shoot. We had so many crazy games that were back and forth and all over the place of some of these teams. I mean, man, I'm just trying to pick just one out that would have been crazy.
Well, let me give you 5 more seconds.
You guys took care of the Bengals, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
We did. Week 8.
We did.
Yes. Yeah, we did. You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome.
Yes.
One of the moments that I almost put was going to be the Browns game when we get those back-to-back kick returns. That was another moment where I was AG in my living room just dancing, like, because it's not probable. It's something that you don't expect to happen, and we're such a team we lack big plays. Even if we win games, we always lack big plays for some reason. We have no playmakers, and then when we do have playmakers, we have quarterbacks that can't give the playmakers the ball.
Yeah, I see Hep is in here. He says, play the clip. I just want to make sure this is clear. This is Macho show, not my show. But I've never done this before. Of like, hey, play this clip if you want to on the show. But yes, I was doing play-by-play. So I apologize for absolutely nothing for this crazy ass reaction. But this was week 3 Jets Bucks. I just have it saved in my files.
I got you right here.
Oh my goodness. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. We need a block. Will McDonald, is he on the edge? Can't see, but let's get a block, baby, or just a straight up miss. Oh, Will McDonald blocked it. Blocked it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Get out of here. Oh my God. Oh, the Jets got the miracle. The Jets got the miracle. Will McDonald blocked it. It took it to the
How do you not have that reaction as a fan? How do you watch that happen and not have that type of reaction? Don't understand.
I mean, nuts. So again,
why be a fan?
Yeah, 100%. That's it. And being a fan and being, I'm going to be honest. Someone asked me, "Hey, do you want to do play-by-play for the game?" And like a couple years ago, I'm like, "That sounds stupid. Who wants to listen to me? Don't you want to watch a game? Don't want to the broadcasters? Why the hell do you want to listen to me?" And that's me saying this. And I love me some me. I'm T.O. I love me some me. But like, who would listen to me? And then enough people said, "Come on, Paul, give it a try. Come on." And I'm like, "All right, fine, you bastards, I'll do it." And this bastard did it for the full season, and that was something because I just lost. Oh, my fiance was so pissed because my kids just fell asleep like 3 rooms, and I couldn't help myself. Like,
how do you know?
And yeah, so I'm still here today. So I lived. I am the boy who lived.
Thankfully,
but unbelievable. I mean, it was great. Amazing. So that's got to be up there. But again, that field goal crazy block would be up there in Jets history among the coolest plays we ever remember. Yep. But unfortunately, in a 3-14 season, and we lost that specific game, it's unfortunately probably going to be lost forever with sex.
100%. And especially in the season like this, it's so hard to find moments like happy moments and stuff like that. So when we have one of those, I hold on to that. I don't care if that ended up in a loss. That was an amazing moment as a Jets fan for me. Now, moving on to this next question, though, I'm going to start with you, Daniel. I want to know, what is the worst moment for you this season? Now, it, again, doesn't have to be for your team specifically, but if we're thinking about the Steelers, I'm pretty sure there's a couple that you could come up with.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, the worst moment, you can throw a few out there. Honestly, I know it's a rival, but Joe Burrow going down, that kind of sucks. I didn't want to see him get hurt, but that sucks. The Colts quarterback, which I'm drawing a blank again. Daniel Jones, that really sucked.
Great for us, but
yeah. Bo Nix going down. I mean, I can go down the line, but that Bo Nix one, that really sucked because that I lost all hope. I'm like, that's it. The Patriots they're they're going to the Super Bowl. I like that there was no other way around it. Now that first drive that Stidham had, I'm like, okay, maybe there is a chance. They just have to hold them, play through your defense. And then they decide to go for it on that fourth down instead of taking the field goal. And then that was pretty much all she wrote, because then it was just became a snow game. But in all reality, I'm going to talk a little bit of Steelers ball here, of course. Week 12 versus the Bills. The Bills decided to run the same play 29 times. And all 29 times, the Steelers decided not to stop the same play. I'm going to go again against the Bengals. The Bengals decided to run the same play. That was about 30 times. That was the famous slant. That one sucked as well. So all in all, yeah, the defense all in all was my worst time watching this whole entire season. The Steelers defense just absolutely sucked watching this whole season. It was high and there was a lot of lows.
Highest paid defense, correct?
Highest paid defense. Couldn't tell. But yes, highest paid defense.
Highest paid defense. And then we're going to go on to Paul. Paul, again, a bevy of things that we could pick from here. What is the worst moment of this season that you can think of?
No question. This is an easy one, and Daniel's here, so he can really enjoy this. And by the way, I love the Pokemon, the Bulbasaur over on the couch. Nice. Let's represent, baby. Yeah. Nice. The Pokemon love. Well, as I'm doing this, I choose you. Episode 1, season, week 1. Xavier Gibson fumbling that ball and the Steelers grabbing it, immediately catching it a touchdown, and we lose by a handful of points. That one for sure, because, I'm an optimistic Jets fan. I don't know how many of them are out there in the universe. And as I was screaming Justin Fields, I'm like, you know what, this could be the guy. Maybe he can solve our quarterback problems. This is going to be great. And then in the opening game, he hits Garrett Wilson for a 35-yarder, and we are losing our shit. And I'm like, oh my God, we found our guy, Justin Fields. Let's go, baby. And the game was going. Justin Fields played out of his mind, and it was week 1. So I'm like, oh boy, we're going to get this every week. This is great. And when Xavier Gibson fumbled that ball, I'm like, oh no. And then 3 plays later, the Steelers score a touchdown. I'm like, oh, all the momentum. It was this huge point swing for Steelers to go down, score a touchdown, kick the ball up to the Jets, fumble, boom, touchdown again. It just all hell broke loose. Because to me, if Xavier Gibson doesn't fumble that ball, the Jets win the game. And if the Jets win the game, Aaron Glenn doesn't get 0-7 start. Who knows what one difference makes, how it changed the season. Now, I don't think the Jets were going from 3-14 to 14-3, but I think our perception of Aaron Glenn changed forever, because Aaron Glenn being 0-7, he was the first Jets head coach to ever do that. If he goes 1-0 week 1, even if he ends up continuing to go 1-6, and then whatever happens the rest of the way, I think a lot of people look at him differently. So having a Steelers fan on the show made this pluck of the fruit off the tree a little easy. Yeah.
And I agree. That was definitely one of the worst moments. It gave us so much hope. It set a tone that we were no longer able to reach ever since we set that tone. And to even put that into more perspective, to give you some of the numbers from that game, Justin Fields, 72% completion, 218 yards and a touchdown, ran for 48 yards and 2 more touchdowns on top of that. Awesome. We went from that to everything else that happened after that. That definitely hurts, and that's a great moment to pick. For me, honestly, my moment is something that happened a little later on. It wasn't that much later on. It was still around September. But a lot of the feeling going into this game was against the Bills, and it was still with the recollection of me thinking that the Jets are going to be decent this year because of that game that we just had with the Steelers, and it led to this. Our ass. Let's get that out the way. Get that out the way right away. Justin Fields, 3 for 11, 27 yards. This is the worst game I've ever seen in my life, especially coming off of week 1 where it looks like we had a little bit of life in there. We didn't. We're dead inside. We get a 3rd down stop, penalty. We get another 3rd down stop, penalty. We're beating our own ass on top of the opposing team also beating our ass. I actually wrote some notes when I was watching the game. So I broke it down into 2 halves. The first half, too many penalties. The only play that we had that was past 20 yards was a scramble by Fields in like the last minute of the half. Fields' throws are inaccurate. Defense, decent, but giving up too many plays. Second half, this team sucks. Nothing on offense is working. Joey Bosa is looking like prime TJ Watt. Why the do I root for this team? Am I a bad father for making my son a Jets fan? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I'm so glad that this game is over. I meant every moment, every word. It hurt. It was making me question some things. And 27 yards, and that was on the stat sheet. The net yards was negative 10, I believe, right?
Yes. Yeah. No, that was the Broncos game. Ended up being negative net.
That was the
10
Broncos.
yards. So,
he had a couple of games where he was negative.
Well, he
net
did.
yards.
That's
So,
true. Yeah,
and that's just the point where it's coming off of that first game that you spoke of thinking so highly. Even if we didn't think we're going to win every game, it just always gave us some hope going into the games, and that hope was beat out of us every single week after that. So for me, that was the worst moment, because that was the beginning of the end.
Well, if you want to go to your local convenience store real quick and buy a 6-pack, here's a 6-pack, right? At the end of the season where we lost every game by 23 or more points. So I come up, oh, wow, can't wait for this game. Bah, bah, bah. Just beat the shit out with like a rusty wrench. And I'm like, oh, all right, well, that was painful, but there's always next week. And it happens again. Bah, 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 bah. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. Well, it can't happen 3 times in a row, right? Bah, 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 bah. And then 4 times, 5 times. I'm like, good Lord. And I support this team. I wear Jets crap every day of my life. Hat, jersey, shirt, pants, underwear.
Mm-hmm. Oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Where I went. I'm hiding somewhere.
There you go. There we
go. Yeah. I'm trying to hide from it. I mean, Jesus.
It's that type of season.
Yes, that's a 6-pack at the end of the year. Good Lord have mercy. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah, if you recall, after that game, and in that same episode where you were on your rant, I sincerely apologized to because our defense was actually so bad that we made Justin Fields look like your franchise quarterback, because it was just. Yeah, it was terrible.
So it was all your fault that we even got our hopes.
It really was. It really was. It really so once again, I am so sorry.
To his point, he did apologize legit 5 weeks in a row, just every week, because again, we're getting punched in the mouth week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and I'm sorry. I know you thought this was going to go well, but of course not. Of course, it's not going to go well.
And now he's going to get cut. Justin Fields is about to get his ass cut. So we went from woo-hoo, we have the franchise quarterback to he's getting cut.
Not even coming back for a second year. It's insane. But one thing before I went to the next one, I did want to bring up was something that Alon said here. Trade G5. He found a way to us. He
loves turning the knife. I hate. There's if you want to get me revved up, bring up this shit about trading Garrett Wilson. That's just so. It's just so stupid, so annoying. So. Again, you can't just trade everybody. You got to pick people to rally around. And I am so convinced that Garrett Wilson is a super talented receiver. Maybe to the rest of the league, when they said, whoa, Garrett Wilson, he's a top 5 highest paid receiver in football, and you're non-Jets fan, you're like, well, who the hell is Garrett Wilson? I'm telling you, people, if he just had competent quarterback play, I think he would be in the Jamar Chase conversation, the Justin Jefferson. But he's literally played 10 quarterbacks in the first insert amount of years of his career. It's wild. The Jets have done him a great disservice, but I don't want to trade him and get rid of him. Garrett loves winning. So, hell yeah. That's stupid. I agree, Gohan Engard. Yeah, Alon is giving me some idiotic, stupid-ass vibes here. So, no, I'm keeping Garrett Wilson forever, man.
At the deadline, I honestly thought that he was going to be the one that was going to get traded as opposed to Sauce.
I was scared.
That would have been terrible.
Yeah. But and the reason I thought that too, because I felt like he had a higher price point to where we would actually be able to get something in return for him. I had no idea that Sauce would return that type of So I'm glad the way it worked out, thankfully. But no, we can't listen. We go into the draft every year hoping we get someone even close to Garrett Wilson. To just give him up, it makes no sense. It really makes no sense. And I don't like that type of thinking. And that type of
trade him away like George Pickens, and then he becomes what he is in Dallas.
Exactly. Exactly.
Tough
And
comment.
that might go into our actual next question. Who was your favorite player to watch this year, Daniel? Was it George Pickens?
No, that was more of like a sobbing watch. I can barely watch him through my tears. Who I actually like to watch a lot was Matthew Stafford, and really it was more of like a hope of like I need somebody to beat the Eagles, because yes, me being a Steelers fan, it's not just it didn't come out of the blue. My entire family, they're all Eagles fan. I am the smart one, I want to say, out of my entire family. So I am the lone Eagle. I was going to say Eagles fan. Oh my God, what's going on? I am the lone Steelers fan. So I was kind of like, making sure who in the NFC can dethrone the Eagles. Thank goodness that the Eagles are what they are, and they just imploded, and thank goodness for that. But I was watching a lot of Matthew Stafford, and then just watching Matthew Stafford, I come to realize that every great receiving season always has one guy in common, and it's always Matthew Stafford. I mean, Megatron with his record-breaking season. I mean, Puka now. Cooper, Cup. It's just it keeps going and going. This guy is absolutely unbelievable. And now, of course, he wins his first MVP, well-deserved Super Bowl champion now, and he's coming back next year. But I enjoyed watching Matthew Stafford for sure this year.
I definitely second that, and you could even possibly put Devontae Adams into that list as well with the year that he was having this year. So shout out to Mr. Matthew Stafford. We are big on the Rams here for sure. And then I will move on to you, Mr. BG. Who was your favorite player to watch when you turn on the TV?
Yeah,
who gave you that feeling, this excitement?
I'm gonna cheat. There's 3 answers here.
Okay,
nice.
Well, one. I mean, and a lot of guys clown this guy. Come on, Indiana Jones, man. For the first half of the season, to see Daniel Jones go from Giants land to sucking, getting cut, being a random clipboard holder for the Vikings for 5 seconds, and going to the Colts. A lot of people went, Colts, Daniel Jones, what?
Yeah, us. That was us.
And like for him to just go, holy! I know we all forget it because of the final record. The Colts were 7-1, and the only loss they had was our new wide receiver Adonai Mitchell. Losing the ball going into the end zone, which took 7 points off the board and gave it back to the Rams. And with 2 minutes to go in that Rams Colts game, Jonathan Taylor took it to the house for 70 yards, and the Colts have taken the lead. Wait a second, there's a penalty on the play. Adonai Mitchell holds call. Take off the board.
Man.
So if they should have been 8-0. So like they were insane. And Daniel Jones, aka Indiana Jones, was playing at an MVP level. It was cool to see. For the Colts and for their fans, and it's I never root for injuries. I get that it benefited Jet fans for Daniel Jones's Achilles to explode and their entire season to go to shit. But he was an absolute fun watch, a great storyline, a surprising team none of us had on the bingo card before the year. So he's there for sure. And then it's a tie between two. I love when we have a chance to break records in the National Football League. Myles Garrett ends up getting the single season sack record. He's a freaking monster. He's unbelievable. He just won Defensive Player of the Year honors, and for good reason. Getting the new single season sack record that Jet Mark Gastineau held forever. So that's awesome. And then Jackson Smith and Jigba, man, we're going to see him today. I mean, good Lord have mercy. The catches, the yards, the touchdowns. Yes. He looked like he was on pace to break the 2K record that Megatron has, which is like he has 19, if I remember correctly. Megatron's record is 1,962 yards. So JSN would have been the first receiver ever to have 2,000 receiving yards. And I love, having that potential to break records. So JSN was sick this year and hopefully runs all over the and catches everything all over the Patriots candy ass today. So I hope that happens. No doubt about it. So yeah, JSN, Myles Garrett, and then a little tip of the cap to Daniel Jones.
I love it. That actually goes into mine perfectly because my guy is JSN. JSN has been amazing to watch, and then the fact that he is playing today also gives it a little extra bonus because genuinely it is a joy to watch him. It is a treat to watch him when you see somebody that is as good at their job as he is to where he makes it look so easy. You watch him, it looks like he's in slow motion, and it is just so smooth. Nobody can guard him. It doesn't matter what type of coverage you put on him. You can put man coverage, you can do press coverage, you can double team him, you can have a safety up high to double. It's not going to work. JSN is going to find the soft spot in your defense, and he's going to expose it. 119 catches, 1,700 yards, almost 1,800. He was 7 yards away from 1,800 yards. To your point, right there, close to breaking Megatron's record. 10 receiving touchdowns, which seems like a little bit with the season that he was having. I was actually surprised to see 10 because it felt like he had a lot more. Excuse me, with 162 targets, a catch rate of 73%. He was just absolutely lights out this season, and he has been a treat to watch. And I'm so glad to have someone like him in the Super Bowl, because we have no control on who goes to the Super Bowl. Sometimes it's not always the most exciting people to watch. So I'm so glad that we have him, that I'm going to be locked into JSN and going against a Christian Gonzalez, a great matchup right there. So JSN is definitely my favorite player to watch this season. Going into the next question, though, I got who's the hardest team to watch? The hardest team to watch when it came to putting on the TV and you just, this team's on. It's Monday, but I got to watch it. Or maybe I'll just turn it off because I hate watching them that much. Who was that team for you, Daniel?
So I live in Central Florida, right? But my job requires me to go to South Florida quite often. And with that said, there is a lot of Miami Dolphins on the TV. And boy, what a disaster. Like, it is so bad. It is so bad. Like, everything. Now, they did have like a little win streak going on. But like, even with that, like, it was not great. It was not great. To start the season, they weren't good. Tua's not good. It was looking like now they want to pay like half his salary or whatever because they're willing to move on from him. They already fired McDaniels, where he is going to the Chargers. That's going to be a great pairing. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. So it's just that whole, and once again, that could be kind of like the whole ownership to the coaching, that whole chemistry there is a little off. It was kind of happening when Brian Flores was there as well. So I don't know what the heck the Dolphins are doing, but that whole team was just in shambles. Every time I looked, I mean, it was Tua throwing a pick. It could have gone the other way, or it was just terrible. The pre-reads, the quick reads, and the motion at the line, and all that. Great offensive mind was, all over the field of McDaniels, but it never evolved into something else. And I think part of it was just because of Tua. It's just never evolved. It never took the next step. They put 70 on the Broncos, which is mostly the same defense. That was just the number one defense this year. Mm-hmm. And it just flared out. Now it bodes well for you guys because technically same division, so you want that to be a dumpster fire, which it is. So they were a really, really tough watch.
Completely agree. I disagree with the tough watch part because, like you said, I was loving every moment.
It was a happy watch,
but at the same time, it was also not so. It was. I wanted to be happy that they were doing so bad, but it also still kind of hurt because we were still doing worse than them, even when they were doing bad. So it was always kind of hard to kind of just balance that out, but. To your point, yeah, that whole team was a mess. With the Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill got arrested in the beginning of one of these games this year. Like that happened.
Yes,
like did. That's how much of a just dysfunctional group the Miami Dolphins was off the field, and then on the field it definitely translated with all their problems that they were having going into the quarterback, going into all their other positions, into the head coach, going into people getting fired. You thought Mike McDaniels would get fired mid-season. It was to the point where we were predicting it almost every week, and they gave him the rest of the year to play out. He did end up playing it out, and now he is the OC of the Chargers, where he has former rookie running back, now going to be a sophomore running back in Hampton, with a great offensive line. They're coming off injuries, of course, but they should be healthy coming into next season. So let's see what they could do there. But then I'm going to kick it off to you, Paul. Paul, what was that team that just you hated to watch this season?
Yeah, it's a recency thing. I didn't hate them the whole year, but boy, did they just have such a influential couple of weeks that just really took the cake. It's the Houston Texans, man. I mean, that offense, good Lord have mercy. I feel like my JV football team, if they were playing against the Patriots in that divisional round, would have beaten the Patriots and moved on to the AFC Championship game. All CJ Stroud had to do was not implode. And, well, he imploded. And it's crazy because I mentioned that it's not all season. It's only a small slice. You go to a couple of the games where CJ Stroud seemed to be on. He's dropping 80-yard bombs to the house against the Chargers. And I'm like, whoa, maybe this team could win the Super Bowl. And then, well, guess not. So the Texans offense was absolutely abysmal. And if you're a Houston Texan fan, how do you not have serious questions whether CJ Stroud is actually the guy and whether or not CJ Stroud has a hidden twin brother that apparently played really well in his rookie year, and then they had some Freaky Friday switch or something, and then he just sucked. So I'm not sure the math or science of that, but yeah, definitely the Texans. Sure.
Yeah, and then the fact that we had to it spilled over into the damn playoffs, and we were forced to watch that is insane. But
the fact that they beat the Steelers.
Yeah, I was about to say credit to them for even getting to this point somehow. With that somehow with that terrible offense though, making it to 12 wins.
It's tradition. Like losing the wild card is tradition.
Oh yeah. It wouldn't be the playoffs without it.
Yeah, you're right.
But I want to give them credit for making it that far with that terrible of an offense, because that's something that I was hoping for the Jets to do these past couple of years, where our defense was just monstrous, and I was hoping it would bring us into more wins and possibly into the playoffs, and we weren't able to get it going. So the fact that they were somehow able to make it that far with such an atrocious offense, I do want to give them credit for that, but I agree. It was hard to watch. You were never watching that team for the offense. You were watching for defense only and for whoever they were going against. But for me, though, I would say the Eagles. The Eagles were my hard watch this year, mostly because I didn't want to watch them. But when you were forced to watch them, it was nasty. It didn't make sense. You know you were going to watch at least 6 to 7 tush pushes that game. You knew that you were going to see a lot of dysfunction. You were going to see a lot of deep balls getting thrown over A.J. Brown's head. You know that there was going to be a lot of stuff coming out of the game, whether it was a win or a loss. You know that there was going to be some type of tension going in between the coach, between the quarterback, between the wide receiver. It started going into Saquon Barkley, where they were throwing him under the bus at certain parts. And it was so hard to watch, because this is a team that just came off the Super Bowl. Not that I'm rooting for the Eagles, but logically, you just came off the Super Bowl. You look at the roster that they have, there's no reason why they should not be competing for another Super Bowl. But they just constantly get in their own way. And they've become so reliant on that tush push, and their identity is that one play, that they forgot how to play football. They just straight up forgot how to play football. Their best defenders had retired or left after they won their championship. So now their defense, they can't rely on that as much as they can, even though their defense isn't bad. But it's just they don't know how to play football anymore. There's no reason that collection of players should be that terrible and that hard to watch. But somehow they made that a reality. So it was my hard team to watch. And again, I was trying not to watch them, because who the hell likes the Eagles to begin with anyway, other than Daniel, I'm sorry for your family. Yeah. If they're watching,
I'm sorry for them
like
too.
And subscribe. And if you're new here, like and subscribe to Macho Talk Sports. This is episode 19, the Super Bowl special. And we are talking the Super Bowl today, but we are also going over the season as a totality. We are not going to have any more football for the next couple of months. And when I say a couple, I mean a couple of months. So enjoy it while it lasts. Let's try to milk this for what it was. And we're going to go into this last question before we go into a trivia. Also, when we go into trivia, I want the people that are watching to know we are doing a giveaway. I'm going to go grab the shirts in a second, but we are doing a giveaway for planeteuphoria.com. That is planeteuphoria.com. You go to that website right now. You can go ahead and look at the t-shirts that they have. They have some shorts. They have some hoodies. But specifically look at the t-shirts. I want you to do this trivia with us. The person that gets the highest score on the trivia will be winning this giveaway. And I want you to pick out the shirt that you want. I have my Instagram over here. I will pull it up. Actually, let me put a banner for it. But it's Macho Talk Sports, the same thing as my YouTube handle. Macho Talk Sports on Instagram. You will go there. You will send me a message with the shirt that you want and the size and the address, and I will get that shipped out to you. So Macho Talk Sports on Instagram. And that was for the trivia that we have coming up. Trivia coming up. Macho Talk Sports on Instagram. Felt like I shouldn't have to write it because it's up here, but I wrote it. Macho Talk Sports Instagram. We're here. We're here. So if you want that shirt, go ahead. And also, if you just want to buy something off the website that you like, use code Macho Talk Sports for 25% off your entire order. Doesn't matter if you get one thing. Doesn't matter if you get 20. Whole order, 25% off. Macho Talk Sports. Thank you very much. And now we're going to go into this final question before we get into that trivia. And what I wanted to know from you guys is, what was the biggest shock of this season? When you think about all the season, it could be a specific play. It could be a specific team's seasonal outcome. It can be a specific player that you just wasn't expecting anything from, and now he just bloomed into this superstar. When you think of the biggest shock of the season, Daniel, what is your answer? And I'll be right back. But go ahead.
All right, cool. So my answer is actually the Jacksonville Jaguars. I did not expect them to be that good, that quick. Now, I know Liam Cohen was pretty good at his job because he did make Baker Mayfield actually look very, very good as an offensive coordinator and all that. But going into his press conference, you know, he had a little goofiness to him and all that. And we all start judging it right off the presser from everybody's, you know, initial head coach reaction and all that. The first thing he does is the whole Duval and all that good stuff. And so everybody starts cracking on him. So the Jaguars are going to be what they are. And Trevor Lawrence is just going to be, you know, great with his hair. But outside of that, he's not going to live up to what he is. And this year actually very freaking good. And it looks like that moving forward, they're going to be very, very, very good. This year, their defense stepped up. They are what they are. They did draft the second overall pick. And Travis and Hunter, he didn't play the entirety of the season at all. So Trevor Lawrence did have to spread the ball. He did throw some hospital balls every once in a while, but that's just Trevor Lawrence football, baby. That's just what he does. And apparently they win a bunch of games, but he did mature a lot, specifically the game against the Chiefs. That game against the Chiefs where he ran it in to win the game, it kind of just showed the maturity instead of forcing something into a tight window or just having a critical turnover, kind of like what we saw from CJ Stroud within the same division in his rookie season where he saw like that maturity level. Trevor Lawrence kind of took that step, obviously a few years after, you know, he got drafted, but looks like he finally took that mature level. He is what we expected him to be. He threw for 4,000 yards this season, but it also helped that Travis Etienne had 1,000-yard rushing season as well, where he had a dependable run game. As far as his receivers, I don't think anybody surpassed 1,000 yards, which kind of helps the whole Trevor Lawrence had to spread the ball. It was all on Trevor Lawrence, and they only lost 4 games this year, and they were really, really good. They just lost to, you know, Josh Allen going Superman in the playoffs. But that was my shock of the year is Trevor Lawrence and Leon Combs actually figuring out what the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be.
Yeah, and that was surprising because he was definitely a player that we were talking about in the offseason as far as a player to watch because of all when you're a number 1 overall pick, there's a lot of expectations, especially when you are a quarterback now, you're leading that franchise. You're expected to turn it around, and you're paid well, very well. Mm-hmm. And it doubled up on that payday too, as well. On top of that, so you're expecting a lot from this quarterback, and we had a lot of skepticism on him coming into the season, but he was able to deliver. He was able to take that step up. He's had moments in seasons to where he looked great, and then he always kind of reverted back to his hospital balls and making wrong decisions and stuff like that. But it was nice to see him have a good season. It did hurt to see him have that game against us towards the end of the season. I think he threw like 5 or 6 touchdowns, like something ridiculous. So shout out to him. Shout out to the Jags. The Jags, another team that we did not have high hopes for. The Duval, everybody made fun of them. It was easy to. It was very easy to. And credit to him, he turned it around. And I became a fan of him when I saw that little spat between him and Salah. Like to see that and I don't even know what they were beefing about, but just to know that he had that fight in him. I didn't expect that out of him. Liam Combs showed him that he showed that he had that dog in him. He showed that he wants to win. He was able to turn it around. So good for them. Good for the Jags. And Paul, when it comes to you, when it comes to the biggest surprise of the season, what is that for you?
This is a two-parter here. It's the same thing, but I just have two things to say about it. One, it wasn't a surprise to me because in fantasy football, this is a guy that I circled on the sheet and I said, "Oh baby, I am willing to overdraft him." That's how good I feel about it. But a lot of people in the universe did. So sorry once again, Daniel. It's George Pickens, baby. Holy friggin' crap. Look at this. George Pickens was third in the league in receiving yards with 1,400 yards. But think about this. This is crazy. So he had third in the league in receiving. Like, that's awesome. Look at the target share of all the top 6 guys in the league with the most receiving yards. So Jackson Smith and Jigba had 163 targets. Puka Nacua had 166 targets. Jamar Chase had 185 targets. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 172 targets. Trey McBride, 169. You're like, wow, that's pretty good. You want to know the one guy that was different in the top 6? George Pickens only had 137 targets. He had 30 less targets than at least, if not more, than every receiver on the list. He was third in the league in receiving. What does that mean? Explosive plays he was making all over the place. So George Pickens could have, if he would have gotten the same amount of target share everyone else is getting, he could have led the whole league in receiving yards for Pete's sake. And I thought he was just going to be the perfect complement to CeeDee Lamb. Lamb's a superstar wide receiver on the other side. He was going to get his, and people naturally were going to give a lot more respect to CeeDee than they gave to George based on what he did in Pittsburgh. And, man, he blew it up. And in fantasy, we went around this one turn. I'm like, I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to draft him. It's going to get a lot of boos because we were live at a bar when I drafted him, and I stood up and went, my team selects George Pickens. And everyone went, no, terrible. That's god awful. And
which round was that?
I'm going to prove it. I'd have to – let me see if I could go – I'll have to go back and check during the show and see what it was. Something like the –
third or
sixth
something?
round or something. No.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
6 is not bad.
Yeah, but like people had him going later, and wherever I took him, I overdrafted him. But I told myself I don't give a shit because that was my final draft. I do like 5 or 6 every year. This was my final one, and I hadn't got him in any other league because I waited. I'm like, oh, let me try to get him when I'm supposed to draft him, and I kept missing out. Like, I don't give a shit. I am 100% taking this guy because this is just my guy, and I don't want to go through this season, and he's awesome. And I thought he was going to be awesome, but I didn't get him in any league, so I said, I'm going to take him. Now, I want to say this for our lovely bearded friend Daniel here, okay, that Pittsburgh, like, this guy's a basket case, George Pickens. And we saw it, sporadically during Dallas. But, and that's going to be a big decision for him. I already saw over the last couple of days they're going to tag him. Now, they have a lot of time to figure out if they can work out an extension, but I never thought he was hitting the open market. Dallas paid a random Dorito price of a third-round pick to get him, and I think he's going to be a really talented player for a long time. So he was a surprise to everyone else, not me. I want that to be clear. Not me. I do. But everyone else, it was pretty surprising. Yeah.
I felt the same way when it comes to Rashee Rice in my drafts. I knew he was going to be gone for the first 6 weeks or whatever, but once he comes back, Mahomes has no one else to give it to. He is going to absolutely pepper him with targets. Travis Kelce is a shell of himself. Worthy hasn't really proved himself yet, and by God, that man put up 24 points, I believe, 23 points per game when they were both healthy. Just completely dogged for me, but. George Pickens was absolutely a dog. I did not expect him to be that good this season. I hate that. Excuse me. I hate that it had to happen for the Cowboys too. Like that. That's what really hurts. The fact that he was good, I'm pretty sure hurt you, Daniel. But the fact that he was doing it in the Cowboys uniform, it just stings a little bit more. Same thing with Quinnen Williams. I want to root for Quinnen Williams, but I don't want to root for him while he's wearing that star. So it's like I don't know what to do there. But yeah, man, George Pickens, what a freaking year he had. For me, though, I'm going with the Commanders as a totality. The reason that they're the biggest shock for me is because, Daniel, I don't know if you remember this, when we were predicting who we thought would go to the Super Bowl, I took the bold stance of saying I thought it was going to be the Chiefs. I said the Colts, excuse me, the Chiefs versus the Commanders, because I thought that the Commanders would be able to take advantage of the NFC East, to be able to get some easy wins there. And then also they were a great team coming from last year, just the previous season. I thought they would be able to take that next step up. They got a couple of veterans on the roster to then give them some extra experience where they lacked experience coming with a rookie quarterback, but still able to make as much noise as they did. They come into this season, they started off 3-2, which isn't a great start, but not too bad. But then they end up losing 8 in a row. They end up going through so many injuries. The most important injury was Jaden Daniels. Once he's gone right there, you see everything kind of just unwinding. Even in the first 5 games, though, you saw how bad that defense was. So with them having a terrible defense, with them losing their quarterback, it became a complete mess of a season for the Commanders. So much so that they became the first team since 2002 to lose 4 consecutive games by 21 or more points. So it was a shock for me. I was expecting a lot coming from last season and the way that they surprised everybody last season. I thought that they would be coming in to at least a playoff berth and making some noise, but it was the opposite. Very surprising, to say the least. So that would be my biggest surprise. Now, going into this, we're done with reminiscing, right? Like we're getting closer and closer to the big game. Closer and closer to the big game. Before we get to that big game, though, we have something coming up, which is a trivia. Again, for those of you that are just coming in, we have a 10-question trivia. Nothing too crazy. This is how we're going to do it. For each question that you get right, you get a point. For each answer, there's typically 2 answers. So let's say, if I say, how many wins did who had the most wins, the Colts or the Ravens? If you pick the Colts, you are right. You get a point. If you pick the Colts and you guess how many wins they actually have.
Ooh, I see what you're saying.
You double up.
When it's specific, you can get a bonus point. Okay,
correct. Now, you don't have to guess for the bonus, because if you get the bonus wrong, you actually lose points.
Okay.
Just to keep that little bit of
the game. I got you.
Yeah, and also that also helps kind of, I'm hoping, deter the points when it comes to the chat, because anybody that wants to come in, I want to make sure that not 100 people tie with the number one.
I see.
Make it as big as possible, that gap.
Right.
So that is what we're going to do for there. What we're going to do is I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to share this screen so that we can go ahead and see.
Screw you, Daniel. I'm taking you out, buddy. Let's go.
No friends when it comes to this competition stuff, okay?
Hell no.
I don't want no friendship stuff. If I see you guys being friendly, I'm kicking somebody out.
Nice.
None of that. I want blood. Okay. I want blood.
All right,
let's go.
All right. So when it comes to this first question.
Wait, real quick, before I guess you start, is it just like me and Daniel, like whoever just screams it first? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do we just blurt it out or what?
Okay. Do you guys, because
are we going back and forth? Like, like for instance, I have first serve, and if I get it wrong, he gets it. On the other one, we switch. Or
I was going to have you guys write it. Actually, do you guys have something that you could write with? Because I think that would probably be the best way to do it, so that I can visually see if you're still writing or not.
Yeah.
And I have Omar on this thing right here. Let me take him out because he was supposed to come out. I'm not sure what happened to Omar.
Yeah, I was like, Omar, who the hell is Omar? Okay, good. I'll grab a random piece of paper or something. All right, there we go.
There it goes.
I had to dig it out. Okay, I got it. Okay. All right, so write it and then just go, woo!
So, yeah, right. So I'm going to give you guys about 10, 15 seconds, answer the question, and then when I say time, hands up.
Oh, I see. So it's not a race thing. I understand. Well, it's relatively speaking. I have to get it within the time frame.
Right.
Okay, I understand.
You guys reveal at the same time, basically.
Yeah, okay, sure.
So for this first one, I'm going to give you guys a hint. The bonus is going to be hard. I would suggest you not go for it, but if you want to, you go right ahead. Because this first question is going to be, which conference has the most wins in NFL history? The NFC or the AFC?
Shit.
Like in the history of what, the NFL, or does that predate
The history of the NFL specifically. So when they had that merger, because it's the AFC and the NFC comp. So that number between them is going to be astronomical, but you technically only have to answer either AFC or NFC to get a point.
50-50. All right.
50-50.
Like okay.
AFC or NFC.
But we're getting the overall question first, though, right?
Correct. So you have to answer the actual question of whether it's AFC or NFC. If you choose to go for the bonus, you can write the bonus
now I
as
get
well.
It. Oh, I didn't know the timer started. Oh, I understand.
Gotcha.
That's the question. And then if we want, we can guess a number.
Right.
So do I show you the?
So now
what I wrote down?
You already wrote it down? Okay, so let me give BG 10 seconds. And then everybody in the chat, I want you to answer either AFC or NFC.
Okay.
And if you choose to want to go for that bonus, you go right ahead. So on the count of 3, I'm gonna want both of you guys to show me.
I don't know
your
if you're
answer.
gonna see this. It's a little small, but I'll throw it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I wrote it small. I don't know why.
Yeah, because I imagine we have 10 questions, so I don't want to burn up all my notebook space.
Gotcha.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So in 3, 2, 1.
AFC.
Okay. Nobody went for the bonus. Smart.
Okay.
Are you seeing anybody that answered in the chat? I'm looking to see if any put NFC, AFC, because it's going to be a little bit of a delay.
Yeah. Not yet. But I would just make sure when you ask your question to that's because I didn't even know for a second that was the question. I thought you were telling me that's a bonus question. So I was even confused about the first. So now, so just make sure whatever the question is, you're clear. So I don't see anything yet.
Those of you in the chat, just so you understand, the question is which conference has the most wins in NFL history?
And does this count playoff wins?
I don't think it did.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
I don't think it did.
All right.
I don't think it did.
Okay.
When I typed it in, I'm trying to remember what.
That's all right.
No, I don't think it did. That's a good question. Let me see what.
I'm full of
now they're talking Jets. All right. Yep. So you're slacking. So the answer for that is actually the AFC, and it's by a little bit of a margin, 118, about 118 wins. Now
I just thought about dynasties because his Steelers over there, Patriots, Chiefs. So I was just trying to think of dynasties. It's not perfect because there's Cowboys, 49ers, a lot of NFC ones too. But that was just the first time they had to rack up a bunch. Hopefully it's them. So
and it's just wins too. You don't even have to think about the Super Bowl aspect of it. So I just need to know that these franchises were good.
Yeah. So me and him are tied now.
So tied. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and give you guys a point each, 1-1. Okay. And then we are going to move on to this next question. And I'm going to have the question pop up, actually, so that you guys can know exactly.
Shout out Gohan Engert. He got AFC, and he had it right. So Gohan Engert is in there. Okay. Shout out to you, buddy.
All right. Okay. I got that right down. And then this next question for you guys in the chat. Which conference won the most Pro Bowls? The NFC or the AFC? That is the question. So
you NFC, mean who won the Pro Bowl game or who has more Pro Bowl representatives?
The actual game. Who won the most Pro Bowl
game?
The actual game itself. I will tell you in totality, they have been 31 games, Pro Bowl games.
Really? Okay. All right.
So AFC or NFC, in order to get a point, if you want extra points, you can guess the answer of, let's say, if you're picking AFC, what's the number for AFC? If you're picking NFC, what's that number for NFC? How many wins do you think it is? 31 in totality, so it's less than 31. Something in that level. So let's see. NFC, William. It's a little too late. NFC.
I'm gonna play it.
Got my boy Gohan. All right, so
we're in the same NFC.
2 NFCs, and nobody went for the extra points.
Yeah.
No,
I'm a little scared there. Okay. The answer is the NFC by 1, actually. 16 to 15.
The reasoning for that is because of all the Super Bowl representation on the AFC side.
I just did it because I picked AFC on the first one, so I felt like I should pick NFC on the second one. But we got
so I'm like
2-0, baby.
All the superstars on the NFC. That's
there we go. Nice. All right, 2-0, baby. Here we go.
2-0. So we're gonna be moving on to this next question. Next question number
Whoa,
3.
whoa! Make sure you put my points on the board, pal.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah. What's going on?
What the hell are you doing?
You guys are
there, man?
tied. You're not going for extra points. It's not fun.
Well, not yet. If you give me
Okay,
a
that's true.
real bonus where I think I know the answer, a random number, hell no, I'm not just lighting my points on fire like some slappy over here. You give me a good bonus, I might go for it. Yeah.
Okay, so which conference has the most Super Bowl rings?
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Let me count in my head. Wait, how much time do we have?
You have 10 seconds.
Oh Jesus. Oh God. I'm writing this down for now.
4, 3, 2, 1. So we got the AFC for 1.
NFC.
NFC, finally something different. Different. We got AFC over here.
Okay.
We got another AFC. That answer? The NFC. By one. Now, does that get tied today?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Come on, update the scoreboard, buddy boy.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
We got numero uno.
that's what I'm talking
Damn.
And right now for the comments, Gohan is winning right now.
about. Okay.
Mr. Gohan, while just barely.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Make sure you charge up,
AFC
Gohan. Oh yeah. Here we go.
All right. Next question.
Okay.
Which conference has the most wins? Now, I'm sorry, this year specifically. Which conference has the most wins this year? So when you think
Regular
about all the
season?
teams of regular
Or
season,
postseason. Or
regular
both.
season only, when you think
Okay.
about both conferences, you think about some of these top teams. Think some of these conferences some of these conferences were actually stacked divisions.
Yeah, they were.
Where were those
Okay.
divisions?
Got
Yeah.
it.
I got it too.
Okay, I'm assuming nobody's going for a thing. Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Leave it for the fans, right?
Yeah. I'm seeing AFC. AFC, Jets, Johnny. I'm giving them a couple more seconds because we're delayed.
Yep. Sure.
All right, go ahead. Turn it around.
Okay, AFC, baby.
AFC. What you
I
got?
went NFC.
NFC.
Ooh, let's go.
It is the AFC.
Let's go.
By two. By two.
Damn.
What was
Bro, I'm
going into
thinking-
your thought process?
Well, the whole NFC, what is it? NFC West, they were all like 10, 12, 13 wins.
Yeah.
That whole division was like double digits.
Now, but you also got to
the NFC East sucked. So like
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
like a bunch of
you got to factor that part in.
So yeah, I was trying to
Yeah.
factor in who had less suckage. Sort of was the mentality there. Yeah. There we
That's
go.
true,
Nice.
that's true.
4-0, baby.
there.
Update the scoreboard. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. All right. We're getting
Move
some
on to this
laughing
next
going
one.
on here. Nice.
All right.
Let's roll.
Question
I'm gonna have to
number
swing for the
5.
fences here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bonus
Listen,
points. Bonus points. Huh?
This one is gettable. Bonus
Okay.
points is in effect here. And question number 5 is: what are the 3 teams that were tied with the best record this year? There were 3 teams.
Oh, so we
This
need
year.
to list the 3 teams. Okay.
List the 3 teams.
And just regular season?
Regular season. So
Okay.
what was the regular season standings where these 3 teams ended up with the top record? Excuse me. Who we got?
Oh my
here?
God. Wait. Oh, yes. Okay, I got it. Okay.
5 more seconds. Oh, I forgot. Did you know on StreamYard they actually have timers for these banners
Oh,
now?
I did not.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah, the 10 seconds you have to flip it off.
I could just do that next time for the next question. Then.
Yeah,
So that
there
way
you
you
go.
know the time is up. All right.
Okay.
Let's see what you guys got. What are
Okay.
these 3 teams? Go one at a time. So let's go
Okay.
Paul first.
Okay, so I have
Oh.
the 3 here are the New England Patriots, the Denver Broncos, and the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay. And do you have the same? Let me see
Yeah,
that. Let me see that. Gotta make sure. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Excuse my ugly handwriting, but yes. Same.
No. Everything is good. Everybody gets a point. Everybody gets
What
a
was the
point.
bonus point on that one?
The record.
The
Oh,
actual
what it
record
was?
itself.
Oh, can I didn't write it down, but I'll say it.
It's too late.
Is it-
Well, you can
It's
say
too
it. but
late. It
you're
was
gonna get
14 and 3.
We're
Come on.
14 and 3.
14 and 3.
Yeah,
It was
man.
right there.
I would have taken the bonus. Son of a biscuit. All right.
Yeah, everybody question. Yep. Everybody got it. Everybody got it. I don't see any wrong answers. Good. That's good to know. That's good to know.
Damn.
Yeah. And that's crazy. There was no team that really solidified themselves as the top of the pack this whole season. It was always a cluster. And then to the very end, 3 teams end up with the best record. That was just the type of season that it has been. Let me see if I could put a timer on this one.
Okay.
Boom, 10 seconds. So this question number 6 is, which team had the most sacks this season? So which team has the most sacks is the question. For the bonus is how many sacks is it? So which team has to be a dominant team on defensive sides, and how many did they get for the bonus?
I just
5, 4,
God damn.
3, 2.
Oh, I know who it is.
Okay. Same time, Broncos. Okay.
Oh, it's the Broncos. Damn it. He's right.
Who'd you put?
I picked Falcons at first. I crossed off, put Seattle. It's Denver. Now he said it. No, it's Denver. Damn it.
It is actually Denver. It is Denver with 68.
Oh, bro, I was gonna put 66, but I was gonna shoot myself in the. Good thing I didn't. Good thing I didn't. Yeah, good thing I didn't.
So we had Seahawks. We had Browns. Gohan came in with Denver. Had that. Johnny said 58. Pretty close, Jets. Johnny. Pretty close. Pat ourselves on the back and say, "Look,
Denver,
all right.
son of a bitch."
Let's move on to this next one.
Okay.
Number 7.
Okay.
Which team had the most rushing yards in the NFL this season? Which team had the most rushing yards in the NFL this season for extra points? How many yards did that team have?
Oh, can I? Okay, well, I won't put that, but I'll put a random bonus that you're not giving us credit for, but I'll put that on there.
5,
I don't know if this is right or not.
4, 3.
This is a shot in the dark.
1. Bills.
Yeah, I have Buffalo as well, and I said James Cook and Josh Allen. I don't know if that's bonus points, but that's just what I wanted to say.
Not bonus points, but that is definitely true. That's where all those yards came from right there. Those Bills, man. Those damn Bills.
Right.
Okay.
Still a 1-point game. Anybody's game. Anybody's game. Who got Bills? I see some Bills.
Nice.
Jets Johnny. 16-32. Now James Cook almost did that by himself.
He did have more than that by himself.
Yeah. That boy was good.
Mm-hmm.
JJ, why do I hate the Jets? That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. ask your priest, I guess. Okay. All right.
So we're moving on to this next one. Question number 8. Which team had the highest overall point differential? So this team,
oh dear God,
won by the highest margin consecutively throughout the season, and when they lost, it wasn't by big margins. So they had the highest point differential throughout the whole season.
Okay.
Which team is that team?
And what's the bonus?
The bonus is how many points was the differential.
Fuck that. No, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to punt on that one, thanks. But I have the team.
Yeah, I'm going to go with
5 more seconds.
Just cause.
See Pats. See Rams.
Yeah, I have Seattle as well.
Seattle. Ooh.
Neither.
It was definitely Seattle. It was Seattle. 191.
Oh.
The 191. Nobody saw this coming when the season started. Seattle has dominated this season. And hats off to them, man. Sam Darnold doing his thing. That defense doing their thing. That running game doing their thing.
It was Indy for the first half of the season, so that if
it
that was random
Indy.
bonus points, I would have put that on there. But
if they continued what they were doing those first 7-8 games, it would have been done by a large margin. They were historic pace.
Yeah, they were just beating the shit out of teams. Yep.
It was insane. So that was number 8 right there. We're going to be giving a point to both of you guys.
Nice.
And we are going to be moving on to the next one. I guess the last 3. I see you. I'm keeping up with everybody. I got you guys. Right now, Gohan is in the lead, though. He is in the lead. If you guys want to try to take that lead from him, remember, you can also guess for the bonuses. I've seen a couple people guess for bonuses. That is the easiest way to try to close that gap. Now, what we're going to be doing is going to this next question.
Okay.
Which team had the lowest overall point differential? And this is the exact opposite of the last question. They lost by the biggest margins. When they won, they didn't win by big margins. Who is this team?
And is this just is the bonus the point?
The points as well. Points
differential as well. No, thank you very much.
This is more of a. I'm just taking a shot in the dark here.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we got here. Jets, Browns. Ooh, we got two different answers. I see somebody screaming Jets. I see Jets Johnny going Jets. Negative 89. Give it a couple more seconds. See if Gohan comes in with something. Another Jets hire.
I did. Yeah,
coach?
I saw that.
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. He's actually, I don't think he's being hired as a safeties coach. I believe it says the defensive pass game coordinator. His name is Ryan Slowick. He is the younger brother of Bobby Slowick, who is the Miami Dolphins offensive coordinator. So, yes, he was just hired a little bit ago.
Thank you, JD. Thank you. And then we got Jets and a Browns. Okay. Jets and Browns. That answer. You know a real Jets fan knows. It's
pew! I've never celebrated that in my life, but
it hurt me to put that question there, but
I bet it did.
Yeah, it had to.
Those final 5 weeks of 23 points at least in each of those losses. We padded some stats. Thank you.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We went Will Chamberlain on that ass. Now, question number 10 to end this off. I want to know.
Got to swing for the fences now.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Here's the question.
Okay.
Which two teams hold the record for the most number one overall picks in history? So which two teams? There are two teams that are tied. The number is less than 10. I will let you know that.
Okay,
so now, if you want to go for a guess, both of you, it's a number between 1 and 9. Less than 10. I want to put it out there. Both of you could guess. So
but the answer we have to give is the two teams, right?
The two teams, correct.
Okay,
correct. Okay. So which two teams is going to be the question? Negative 20. Yes, it is.
Yes, that is terrible.
Yes, it is. It is very insane.
Boy, one quick follow-up question here: is it that you had the number one overall pick, even if you traded it later? That still counts.
Oh, so it would have to be you made the pick.
Oh, okay. Then this team could lose some points because of that. Okay.
So it is two teams. Let me see if there's a way that I can
confirm the what I just said. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, you guys already got your answers, correct? Or you're still
the two teams? I do. Yes.
Okay. Daniel.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah, it was that they made the pick.
I don't know how many.
So, are you going to at least guess how many, though? Just to swing for the fence?
He has to, I guess.
Yeah, just to swing for the fence. You put a number down?
Yes.
Write it. Hurry up. 3, 2, 1. Okay. And that answer is, let me see what you guys got.
I completely guessed. I guessed on this one.
Guess.
Okay.
Hey. Rams have been pretty bad. Rams. Go ahead. You can show your answers. I'm just looking at everyone else's answers as we do it.
The two I have
the
are
Jets and the Browns. No, they're tied.
4, by the way.
They're tied, by the way, so they would have the same number.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's the two teams that are tied.
Never mind.
But you have
the
Jets
Browns
and
Raiders. I have Browns and Raiders.
Browns and Raiders.
I had Jets Browns.
So Jets, Browns and Raiders. So Browns are the consecutive. I'm seeing a lot of Rams. I'm seeing Colts. Rams used to be bad. Colts, I guessed. So Gohan got Colts and Rams, Browns and Rams. So this answer is actually The Rams and the Colts with 7.
Colts.
Whoa.
The Rams and the Colts with 7, which is crazy because you would think of historically bad teams. You think of the Browns, you think of the Jets and stuff. We have always been bad, but we've never ever been consecutively the worst every year. So we're always in the top of the picks, but we're never usually number 1.
Right. We've only had a handful. Keyshawn, there's been only a rare few where we've had the number 1 overall pick. Right. Wow. There you go. So what's the final tally here then?
So that final tally is going to be 8-6. And it is Mr. Boy Green as the winner here as he gloats. Is there anything that you would like to say? Do you have a little spiel?
Sweet. Did I win a T-shirt? What did I win here, baby?
You won the
bragging rights for a year.
Right.
All right. Well, oh wow.
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you. First off, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the parents, the Jets for building me up to this point. My 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Young. Thank you. But my fiance, my beautiful fiance Tatiana, got my 2 wonderful children, Holly, Soraya. Oh yes, of course. Yeah, YouTube.com/@boygreen25. That's BOY green the color 25 baby. Appreciate you 25. Wish my jersey number in high school.
What time does your show come on?
7:30 in the morning every day, 7 days a week, 365.
I love it.
Oh,
beautiful.
Okay. I was prepared for any follow-up
questions.
Beautiful.
No, I'm gonna just keep it on you so that you could feel a little uncomfortable.
Wow.
No,
thank you.
Right.
I appreciate
that. So the winner, I'm gonna have to tally this up, but from when I was looking at it, it looked like it was Gohan with the winning of the chats, but I am going to overlook the chats when I am done with this because we still have a little bit to go. We do have the actual Super Bowl that we have to talk about, and that's the next thing that we're gonna actually get into right here is the Super Bowl. We got this matchup. We're gonna bring Paul on right here. I'm going to switch this over so that we are no longer in this type of box. Give me 1 second, but I want to talk about the Super Bowl, man. We got the big game. We got the big game going on here, and we got the Seahawks versus the Patriots. We did not expect either of these teams to be where they are currently right now, but here they are. And now I want to know, Daniel, who do you have in this matchup?
I'm going to go with the Seahawks. And not just because, obviously I don't want the Patriots to win. I don't want them to pass us in Super Bowls. I don't want the Patriots to feel any type of happiness. That is not my reasoning. My reasoning is because Sam Darnold led the league in turnovers, but yet they spent the most amount of time trailing out of every single team in the NFL this season. That just shows how dominant they have been throughout the whole season. I just think that they're going to show up, and it's going to be a close one regardless. It's going to be one of those Patriot type of games to where they're going to have, some type of gimmick play and maybe interception to kind of keep it close. It may come down to a field goal, but at the end of the day, I still think the Seahawks might avenge some demons, especially for Sam Darnold of all freaking people, man. Sam Darnold might win the Super Bowl for the Seattle Seahawks.
It's crazy to hear out loud, man, but we're here.
I know.
Here it is. And then, you see the stats up here on your screen right now. What a year, man. What a year. Hats off to him. The interceptions are a little high. That's always kind of been his little bugaboo about him. He throws a decent amount of interceptions there, but the good thing about him is he doesn't really get phased after he throws that interception. He's always staying in pocket. He's always staying with his head above ground, just cool, calm, collected at all times, and doesn't deter him from throwing again next possession. Like, he's not going to then play conservative because he just threw an interception. So I love to see that from him. And hats off to Sam Darnold. Unfortunately, somewhat hats off to the other team. I don't even want to say it out loud. But Paul, when you think about this Super Bowl here, who is it that you are going for? What do you think is going to happen in this game? What do you got when it comes to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I would also say this. It's just going to be weird. Seeing New England there is not surprising. They've been 12 times in their history, 11 times during the Robert Kraft era, which, again, initiate gag reflex. So they've been there a lot. But to actually hear the music of the Super Bowl. Like if anyone's ever heard like the presenting music when the trophy's gone, like the Super Bowl music, the atmosphere, we're all like, holy crap, these are the final two. One of these two teams is going to win the Super Bowl, be remembered forever. Like we're going to reference it in 20 years. Oh, the 2025, blah, blah, blah. The team that did it. So when they're doing all that, the national anthem's going, and I see Sam Darnold there on the sideline, like ripping his chest plate, I'm just going to be like, holy crap. This is the same guy the Jets drafted 3rd overall in 2018, and now he's playing for football immortality. So I'm going to be honest, there's going to be a little bit of disbelief for me in a couple hours as I'm watching that game, and my fiance is cooking up a wonderful spread, so I can't wait for it. But, like, I think that's when it's going to hit me like, holy freaking crap, man. Like, this is crazy. So I do obviously have the Seahawks, and not just because, Daniel said it, in this way, like not just because like I hate their guts and they suck, but that doesn't hurt. But no, Seattle's the better team. They I guess record wise, as we talked about earlier, they have the same record, but the point differential, the dominance, the defense, the consistency, all of it. Now I get it. Drake May was a MVP finalist. Sam Darnold was not, but still, I think Sam Darnold, when he has been on, and there's been several games obviously this season where he has. I just give that. When you go through, we used to do this on old shows back in the day when I used to host an NFL show. You do a graphic like this and go quarterback, head coach, this, and you go all the way through. When you check off a lot of the boxes when you have this matchup, like yeah, exactly. See, look at how prepared Macho is over here. It's freaking Macho Talk Sports. I should have, expected nothing less. Seattle, better receiver. Seattle, better running backs. Seattle, you just start going the defense. Obviously, I'm going Seattle. There's just a lot of things I check off before I go. Okay, New England. Like Mike Vrabel's been a multiple-time coach of the year before. Mike McDonald is, in his 3rd season here, so it's a 2nd season. There you go. He's got such a. That's the thing I was thinking about. He's going to have to change his 3rd offensive coordinator in 3 years, so that's why the number 3 was in my head. Thank you, Daniel. So again, just like there's a level of inexperience there, so you may give the tip of the cap to Vrabel, who's also as a player has won a lot of Super Bowls. He's been to Super Bowls now. This is his first time as head coach, so he probably have the advantage that level of coaching wise. Although. And Josh McDaniels too. I guess you got to give it all. He's in his 10th Super Bowl, which is crazy to think about. And Clint Kubiak. So there's excitement with like McDonald and Kubiak. But again, if you were going coaching, it'd go to New England. But for the most part, again, when you see Stephon Diggs and Kayshon Boutte opposite of freaking JSN here on the screen, the Offensive Player of the Year, I just lean a lot of Seattle. I think there are 3 possibilities or 2. We had 3 possibilities in this game. Seattle blows the barn doors off New England. Seattle wins close, or Patriots win close. I think those are the only outcomes that I can't say. If New England rips apart Seattle, my jaw's going to be on the floor, and I'm going to be searching for it under my couch. And then once I'm down there, I might just go into the fetal position and cry. But I just feel like those are the only 3 realistic possibilities, and my gut tells me it's going to be a Seattle blowout. I think for most casual fans, you, of course, hope it's not that. Last year, the Eagles beat the shit out of the Chiefs. A couple of years ago, Seattle beat the crap out of Denver. So as a casual fan, you want the game to be interesting, although I hate New England, so I'm okay if it's not. But yeah, that's my gut. I think it's going to be a Seattle blowout win.
If you had to put a score on it, what would you put?
If I had to, I did a different score earlier, so I guess I could just do as many different scores on many different shows as possible, and eventually I'm going to be right on one of them, so that's great. I'm going to go Seattle 33-9 over New England.
I love it.
That would be fun.
Sure,
that would be stress-free, just eating, relaxing. That would be great.
Yeah. Although you just have to be careful, right? Because I went to a Super Bowl party with a guy who's now on ESPN New York, Ty Butler, and I was at his house, and both of our girls were there, and we're all just sitting all on the couch. And the Falcons were up 28-3 on the Patriots. We're high-fiving like this is the fucking greatest thing of all time. This is terrific, and we're going woo, yeah! Every point, pour it up, more. We're not satisfied. Keep pouring it on. And then there's just a moment in the 3rd quarter where I'm like, oh boy,
here we go.
Is this gonna? And so in the same way, no matter what, right? She has up 28-3. I'm gonna be like. All right, let's hurry up and get this game over. Milk the clock. Let's go. So I don't even know until it's all zeros across the board. I don't know if I can fully enjoy it, but I will every time there's a Seattle touchdown. I will be fist pumping. There's no question.
Yeah, for sure. And Daniel, did you put a score on it?
I did not, but I think it's going to go 24-21. Seattle.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it'll be close. I think I'll be stressing out a little bit.
Yeah, I think the only way that it gets to a point where it could possibly be a blowout on the other side is if back to Sam Darnold and his interceptions. If that takes over early, I'm hoping that doesn't phase the rest of the team, because I do truly believe in Sam Darnold and his mental toughness. I do believe that if he throws an interception, even on the biggest stage in the Super Bowl, that he will be okay to play the next possession. I don't know what the mentality of the rest of his team is going to be, though. And I'm hoping that if he gets into a funk where he throws 2 interceptions in the first half, is it going to then take over the overall feeling of the rest of the team? And if that starts to happen and there's some doubt that creeps up, then the Patriots can possibly go and make it a blown up lead type of situation. But I just genuinely don't see that happening. These graphics that I have here was because I was going to actually have us go through the teams to kind of do this comparison of would you take this quarterback or this quarterback? Would you prefer these weapons or these weapons? But after I made this graphic, it kind of just came apparent that most of the time you're going to end up leaning towards that Seattle side. The only way that you would kind of lean towards the Patriot side is maybe when we get to this graphic or when we're talking about the head coach. But other than that, I mean, Seattle does look like overall the best team. When it comes to the weapons, I love how I do genuinely like Drake May. I hate the Patriots. I hate the uniform he plays, but him as a person, I do like him. The weapons that he has, though, isn't very good. It's asking so much of him to even get them to this point, which he has miraculously been able to do. But to be able to win a Super Bowl with a Stephon Diggs who is past his prime, Kayshon Boutte, who is finally, and this is his breakout year. In his breakout year, only has 33 receptions. You know what I mean? Like it's very lackluster. They have Ramondre Stevenson back. So now he's now the starting running back. I would have felt more better, honestly, if he wasn't here. If they had Trevion Henderson starting, I felt like that would have boded well for them as far as explosive plays and giving them a better chance to score more on this very tough Seattle defense. But honestly, I see Seattle. I gave a 28-0 on your show this morning. It was purely, obviously, just joking around and stuff like that. But I do see it being a big gap. I do see it maybe 2 touchdowns, possibly nothing too crazy, a 24-10 type of game, maybe 24-13 if they get another field goal in there. But I don't see a world where the Patriots leave this game with the Lombardi. And honestly, that makes me happy.
So the Seahawks actually this year had, I believe it was 8 or 9 non-offensive touchdowns. So your special teams and your defense. And I think that's like something that, could pop this game open right away. And remind me, who did they get at the trade deadline again?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's something like right away that can literally pop this game off immediately.
Absolutely.
So it's not just about, quarterback versus quarterback. It's not about running game versus running game. It's the special team. It's enormous, especially when you're playing the Patriots. As a proud owner of one of the Patriots lost this year, the big thing about them is that they fumble a lot. And as a proud owner of one of the Seahawks wins this year, because they came into Pittsburgh and beat our ass, they take advantage of whatever opportunity there is. So I think Ramondre Stevenson, if he holds on to the football, which he has a hard time sometimes, he does fumble quite a bit. Drake May, throughout the playoffs, not just like this is just recently, he does tend to fumble quite a bit. He has to hang on to the football. If those things start happening for the Patriots, then it's going to be a runaway. My thing is, if it starts going the opposite way, where you have your special teams making plays for the Patriots, you have the interceptions taking place for Sam Darnold and all this other stuff, that's where I'm like, there's no freaking way that this is happening again. Like, how in the world are we in a world where the Patriots are once again back in the Super Bowl and winning with another young, good quarterback. And this quarterback might be a little better than Brady because he actually uses his legs. Like this might, and then all the cap space that they have. Like this is not a great position that we're in because I have that much faith in Mike Vrabel. I just think that they're too young and inexperienced in a sense in key positions in this specific Super Bowl. But moving forward, I'm not happy, man. I'm not.
And to your point, that trade that they did for Rashid Shaheed, Jesus Christ,
Rashid
Shaheed.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
there it
Rashid
goes.
Shaheed. Yeah,
that was a great trade for them as far as making more explosive plays when it comes to their special teams, and that even ended up working out for them in, I believe, the 49ers game where he got a kick return for a touchdown in the playoffs already. So that he already shown that he's able to do it in these playoffs alone. So that a sneaky trade too, because it was something that kind of went under the radar. It was one of those if you know type of players. But yeah, no, that's a good point. And then to your point with Drake May and his rushing ability, as you can see here, 450 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns, as opposed to Sam Darnold under 100 rushing yards on the season with no rushing touchdowns. He's not somebody that's going to really give you the extended playability with his legs. And if he does, it's normally staying within the pocket just to buy an extra second or two. He's not looking to take off with it, where Drake May does have that ability, and where maybe that can help in this game, keep some drives alive and possibly maybe change the game. But Paul, when you're thinking about this game, when you think about Drake May's ability to be able to extend plays with his legs, do you think that's something that's really going to be a focal point for the defense when it comes to Seattle?
I don't know if it's going to be a focal point, but it should be. Over his first 2 seasons, he had 400 plus rushing yards in each of those seasons. His yards per carry went dramatically down this year. Like he was able to do it with a better yards per carry in the past. But yeah, Drake May has wheels, and he will take green grass ahead of him. Again, we're not going to go, is that Lamar Jackson out there? I don't think any of us are saying that, but he does clearly have wheels. That's a part of the offense. And to be honest, I can't remember which game it was in these playoffs, whether it was Houston or Denver, but
Denver.
Denver. Thank you. Yeah, because I remember it because I'm like, wow, perfect. Denver's got him. Everyone's covered. Bam,
every
bam,
time.
And they just kept escaping and just squeaking just enough out for a first down. And if you're a defender, that's got to be the most demoralizing thing in the world. That he, like Drake May, like I assume a near MVP candidate, the closest MVP race since 2003, he wanted to throw the football if someone was open, and that he goes through his progressions. Read number 1, read number 2, read number 3. And then his head goes, shit, no, it's open. Well, I guess I'll just sort of squirrel around back here and see what happens. And then he just kept getting first downs. If I'm a defender, I'm like, come on, man. We get him to 3rd and 7. And we're like, we got him. And now they're going to have to punt the ball back, give it back to, and then whoop, 8-yard run. You're like, son of a gun. If I was a defender, that would piss me off. So I imagine that could be a frustrating element. Now, if we go to the NFC Championship game, the last game that we saw here from Seattle, the Seattle defense did not play up to par. Yet Sam Darnold and the rest of the group did enough to, sort of pull up the bootstraps. So we'll see if Seattle, from a pride, dignity standpoint goes, okay, the NFC Championship wasn't our best effort. Now the rest of the team was able to pick us up. Now we need to show up. We want to be this Legion of Boom, the dark side, whatever nickname they're giving themselves nowadays. That is something they have to watch for. We'll see if they do straight up QB spy. Is there someone they identify at linebacker, the second level, or maybe a rotating safety that your job is to keep an eye on him? Or do you drop like a defensive tackle or something? Like whoever because like here's the thing, you start playing the game of the chess match of defense versus offense. Who is big enough but not too slow that Drake May can run past them? That defeats all purpose. Someone who's fast but not like Drake is well built. Like he's got a little bit of Brutus Beefcake to him. So if you get the right guy, maybe Drake May's going to lower his shoulder. That happened in year number 1. He kept doing stupid shit like, I'm going to run through people. Welcome to the NFL, motherfucker. And stuff like that happened. So yeah, we'll see if they spy. Yeah. Oh, Jackson Dart. So we're going to see if they spy, or do they just try to, sort of play a soft zone underneath to try to make sure someone among the responsibilities sort of checking in on him. That'll be interesting to see.
Very interesting. It's a pick your poison type of situation with him, which made it so difficult for other teams and opposing teams why he was able to have such a great season, being able to kind of, okay, if you do finally play some great defense on some of these receivers that aren't that amazing, but you're able to stop them, I'm also able to extend the play. And then he has some pretty good running backs. I'm not a fan of Ramondre Stevenson. I'm not sure what the Patriots see in him. Me and Daniel have been talking about the explosiveness and just the overall playing ability of Trevion Henderson and what he brings to this team, even as a blocker. Like he gives you blocking, he gives you receiving, and then also he's a very good runner between the tackles as well. So the fact that they kind of just go away from him so much, it is baffling to me. And I wonder if this is the game where it finally kind of kicks them in the ass a little bit to where they're not able to get the explosive plays with someone like a Ramondre Stevenson, who I don't see is going to be able to get the running lanes against the Seattle defense to be able to make the plays that he's looking to play. And if they're kind of one dimensional and just have to keep passing it, I'm hoping that works into the advantage of the Seattle defense, who has a very good, some very good secondary and cornerbacks. I want to see a good game. I want to see an entertaining game, but I also want the Patriots to get absolutely destroyed. So there's just this constant battle of I'm not exactly sure what I want to see. But one thing I do know that I'm going to see is Bad Bunny, and I'm excited about that. Paul, you're a Bad Bunny fan?
How could I not be? As again, I mentioned it when I first came in here. A Puerto Rican brother from another mother, the Puerto Rican representation here on the show. My fiance, she has. I'm gonna mess up all the names of the stuff. She has this thing called the Cricket, where she could basically like make T-shirts and memorabilia and all this other kind of stuff. And she custom made at 1, 2, or 3 in the morning all these custom Puerto Rican Bad Bunny shirts for the kids and stuff like that. So she is embracing the culture, and now that she's with me, so I can only respect it. So tip of the cap to my beautiful fiance one of those shirts, in the other room. I don't think she made one for me, and I don't know if my fat ass can fit in the one she made for my children, but I will sort of hold it up in solidarity or hold one of the kids up or throw them around during the halftime show, I guess. Yeah, right. That's it. And give her one of those ole, 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 ole. So, and see if I can do that for her. So, yes. There you go.
I love it. So I was also looking at the chat when we were going over the Super Bowl, and it was confirmed that Gohan was the winner. So Gohan, congrats. I need you to reach out to me on Instagram. I'm going to share my screen in a second so you can see exactly what the page looks like. And we are over here somewhere. Hold on. Sorry about that. There you go, Paul.
No, thank you.
Go, Paul.
My box what I got lost out of the universe. Oh, here we go.
So this is what the Instagram looks like right here. This is what you're looking for. I want you to go to Macho Talk Sports, and I want you to send me a DM. Go on the website, look for the shirts that you like. They have a bunch of different players, a bunch of different teams, different sports as well. They even have some celebrities. They have some anime stuff. They have a bunch of nice stuff. Actually, let me see if I could go to planeteuphoria.com right now, and it's making it seem like I've never been on the website, and I don't know how to spell, so they didn't really help me out there. So let's go here. Yeah. So if we go to here, you see basketball, football, baseball. We are in the Super Bowl season. So let's go to football here. I don't need a discount. You know why? Because we have a discount already.
Oh, nice. Okay, great.
So as you can see, they have some amazing designs here. They have some big head stuff, cheese grater stuff, okay. And they update their stuff every week as well. So they have some of the newer stuff. You got Jameis Winston eating the W's in his Giants gear. You know what I'm saying? You got a little bit of everything. So they have they have a partnership with the NFLPA. So they have rights to make these shirts with the likeness of the players. But I don't think they have it for the actual teams because their jerseys never have the logos. But they're able to put their names and all that, and they have the NFLPA even on the bottom as well. So I'm hoping eventually they do get the rights to the logos as well to even make the designs pop out even more. But even so, I mean, some of these are some amazing shirts. Let's look at this Caleb Williams shirt. So let's say you are possibly liking one of these shirts and you want to buy one for yourself, and you are not Gohan that did win and he's getting one for free, and you have to unfortunately buy yourself one. You can go ahead and check out, and when you go to check out, of course, what can you do? You can put that promo code, discount code is Macho Talk Sports. And when you put that in, it drops down $20. So right now I got 2 shirts in there. I don't know why I went to 2. Let's go to 1. Let's go to 1. Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? What are we doing?
Kick the out.
Oh, God. Okay, there we go. So it's showing 2 right now, which is fine. So, but you see that discount right here where it would be $80 without that discount. With that discount there, you get that $20 off, which is the percentage of Macho Talk Sports. Macho Talk Sports on your checkout. It doesn't matter if you add 1 shirt, 2 shirts. It doesn't matter if you even add in shirts. You could add a hoodie. You can add shorts. They have some shorts as well. Go ahead and go to planeteuphoria.com and get yourself some merch today. So Gohan, please go to that Instagram, DM me, and let's get that situated. Now, also, what we're gonna do to end this off is we normally do a segment called "Let Him Cook." But Paul, I want to ask you: are you able to cook with us, or do you have to run?
Yeah. What kind of food are we making here?
So what we're doing here is we're going to be cooking on DraftKings. What we're going to do is we're going to pick 3. I want to pick what we normally did on the show was we would cook our own. It wouldn't even really be a parlay. It's just basically a hot take. What we thought was going to happen going into this next season. Some of the hot takes were Mike McDaniels was going to get fired next season. Next week. One of the hot takes was me thinking Justin Fields was going to throw for 200 yards. So that type of stuff. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to DraftKings.com. We're going to
I could give you a piece before I get a dip. Sure.
Let's do that. And then maybe that can help out some of the people here in the comments. Maybe they like what we cook up here and they want to go ahead and put that to use.
Get some retirement money, baby.
Yeah. Dude, are you typically a gambler when it comes to football?
I dabble.
You dabble a little bit? What's something that what you typically look for when you're looking for bets? Like what's the thing that gets your juices going?
Parlays. I want 100 legs. I want the chances of being like maybe 1%, but like if I do it, that I'm like
changes your life.
I'm gonna retire, move to the Bahamas, and you will never hear from me ever again. Yeah,
I respect that. Yeah. So now, do you typically try to look for stuff with bigger odds that are less likely to happen, but if it hits, it's something that's definitely going to cash out, or do you try to go safe and build up a bunch of safe picks?
Safe is for pussies. You gotta dive into the deep end of the pool. You gotta risk it to get the biscuit. Like here's this, over under on the national anthem. Let's get froggy. Who scored the first touchdown in the Super Bowl? Let's get froggy, and give like an unlikely name. What if it's some like weird
Drew Lock?
100% right. Like if something weird happens, they do a QB sneak and they want to switch quarterbacks or something. Get funky. Get some of that action happening here. Over under on missed field goals in the Super Bowl. Over under on who throws the first pick. How many picks are there? Blocked field goal. There's a lot of activity, man. Oh, what color is the liquid that's going to be dumped on the winning?
Ooh, I like that one.
It's never been red.
Super Bowl prop bets are the best.
It's never been red. That is true.
Never been red.
Which is weird as hell. That's like the most common Gatorade color.
So maybe this is the year, huh?
Last year was orange. I think it was.
I think
they
orange
had clear one time. So they really are fucking us up.
They had clear before red. That's a travesty. All right. So let's look at these. So when it comes to these, I want you guys to cook your own 3-leg parlay, right? So we're not going to build it together. So when who wants to go first? Actually, I'll let you guys.
Please, Daniel, you're the expert. I feel it.
All right,
I can feel the heat.
Where are we going?
So I'm gonna go. I had a little ground control, so I'm gonna go with. Where is that? I don't see it here. Yeah, rushing. Go to rushing. So I'm gonna go with Kenneth Walker, of course. That's a kind of like a walk-in. And then I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do Kenneth Walker, just one, just for Kenneth Walker, just over. I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do one for Drake May as well.
For Russian?
And then I'm actually gonna do one for JSN.
Really? Okay.
Yes. On a little,
I can see that happen. Little reverse.
Little reverse, little end around, because sometimes, to get space for him, they like to put him next to Sam Darnold and run him out from there or something. at this point, we haven't seen him actually like little toss or little backwards pass. We haven't seen none of that yet. And in order to beat, Mike Vrabel, we have to get a little creative sometimes. So,
okay.
Yeah, I think the rushing game might take over the Super Bowl this year. I think that's the way to go. And I did just talk about Drake May's legs, so might as well, kind of cash in there.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I like that, Jason. That was sneaky. And that brought you to plus 1,000.
Yeah, no, that's the one that that Paul's talking about. That's the one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I could have said, I don't know, like rushing by Hunter Henry or some random ass one like that, but
So let me cook up this next one. Do you want to add a fourth leg, or are you good with these three?
No, I'm good with those. I think I'm good with those three.
All right, so just to read them off real quick one time. Drake May, 37 plus rushing yards. Kenneth Walker III, 71 plus rushing yards, and JSN for 1 plus rushing yards. That gets you plus 1,000 right now on DraftKings. So if you are doubling up with Mr. Daniel Flores there, you can possibly go ahead and make some money. I'm not telling you to do it or not to do it. I'm just letting you know that this is available for you. That is all.
Yes.
Mr. Paul, is there any lines here that you like?
How about this? I'm going to lay them out and you find them. Okay. You're my fisherman. Here it is. I got you. Okay. Seattle is going to pick tails on the heads tails.
Oh, shit.
They're going to win the toss and they're going to choose to receive. Okay.
Start writing it down. I think you're better luck.
So start finding that. And then with that opening, kickoff that they will receive, Rashid Shaheed is taking it to the house. And he's going to return the opening kickoff to the house. For the Super Bowl.
Opening kickoff. Ooh.
Yeah. So again, Seattle picks tails and heads or tails. They win that toss. They choose to receive. And then that first kickoff, Rashid Shaheed takes it to the hizzy, a la Devin Hester, Bears Colts back in that 2007 Super Bowl. So there you go. There's the sort of a
reverse Hail Mary.
Yeah, there you go. Which also, and we could probably get another leg of this just like as its own, that there will be a non-offensive touchdown scored in the Super Bowl. So I could almost get a double dip there because I get my kickoff return touchdown and then also the fact that it also happened in its own leg. So give me some of that activity as well. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I was trying to write it down. I could not keep up. But
okay, great. And here's another one here that a non-quarterback will throw.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said, let him cook.
See, that's what I'm talking about. So a non-quarterback will throw a pass in this game. Could be a backup quarterback, not a backup quarterback. Could be like a wide receiver, running back, something crazy. Give me some of that action. So that's happening. So give me some of that. So give me a non-quarterback throwing a pass. Give me a non-offensive touchdown. It's going to be scored in this game. Give me that Rashid Shaheed action. Give me the tails. Okay. Give me obviously on the over on the national anthem. I want over. National anthem over. Just go over, baby.
What color are the socks?
Who's crying?
Yeah, 100%. Oh, let me get some of this action. Here on the show. I'm going to prognosticate that Kenneth Walker has over 150 rushing yards in this game. So put that down on the sheet. Boop. Put that down. JSN's going to finish with 12 catches for 136 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. Put that on the sheet. Boop. Put that up on there. And Mike McDonald will throw a challenge during the third quarter. He will throw his challenge flag somewhere during the third quarter. I want some of that action in there. Boop. Put that leg on there. Okay. I want some more turkey legs. So make sure you put that on there. Their punter, Michael Dixon,
I have to stop you.
Will have 9 punts during the game at some point. Yeah.
DraftKings actually just kicked me off the website.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, I was in the middle of just putting the one that you were just talking about, and DraftKings literally just punted me out.
They broke the system.
Never seen it before. But let me play it again because goddamn it, you cooked.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said, let him cook.
On DraftKings, though, it is under novelty, specifically predictions, and it is for the coin flip. It is minus 104, either tails or heads. So That's
Nice.
that. For the length of the national anthem, from 130 to 140 seconds, it is plus 400 to go above that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
in.
Making
All right,
some
give me
money
some
today.
more.
Yeah.
What else we got? What about the Rashid Shaheed opening kickoff touchdown? What's that? What's those odds? Come on,
That
Daniel.
one I haven't found that one yet.
Okay, keep looking. Keep looking. It's there. It's there. Yep. Okay. Get us a bookie. Get us a guy who can get us the guy. Come on. Go.
So that is going to do it for us here. Actually, wait, one more quick thing. Mr. Fulton has a big announcement. Mr. Fulton, I'm going to give you the floor because you have not written what it was yet, but I think I may have an idea based on what you were saying earlier today.
Yeah.
He had a big basketball game, I believe.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, he did. Yes.
Can you fill us in?
hardwood.
What was the basketball game that he had going on?
Yeah, so he had this championship basketball game at like 10 in the morning on court 8, if I somehow remember those
Court
random
8.
specific details
Yeah, that's crazy.
for no reason whatsoever. And if he was to win that game, they played in another game somewhere in this window of time that we're currently doing the show right now. So
Nice.
it was a winner move on situation. So if he has a huge announcement, I hope that's good news.
You better win. You better win. We did tell him to dunk on somebody today, so if that's not
did.
the announcement, I will be a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, that's
but
why.
I'm still a fan. I'm still buying your jersey, Mr. Fulton.
There you go.
That is going to do it for us here at Macho Talk Sports. Before we go, Paul, please give a plug. Let people know where they can find you.
Now, hey, you heard it there from Macho at the beginning as he was hyping me up, my wingman extraordinaire. We're getting near 4 million views, for God's sakes. It's freaking cool. Do a daily Jet show every freaking day, 7:30 in the morning, 7 days a week. Bar mitzvahs, Christmas, kids' birthdays, doesn't matter. We always do a gosh darn Jet show. So that's youtube.com/@BoyGreen25, BOY, green the color 25, BOYGREEN 25. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and join the growing army, baby. We're getting closer to 10,000 subscribers, which was a random goal I had when I started this YouTube channel 6 years ago. So we'll see if I can get there.
Let's get him there. Let's get him there. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. Make sure to check out all his content. Like I said, he is live every single morning, and some days he is even live double duty, sometimes triple duty, depending if he's doing a show for me. Maybe he's working with somebody else. He's always out here working. He is in these YouTube streets. Paul, thank you so much for stopping by, man. I always appreciate to have you, man.
Well, thank you, Macho, and nice making your acquaintance, Daniel Flores. Thank you very much. Apparently, seeing that video earlier where Macho was, talking about being an abusive father because of his Jet fandom, forcing that on his children. I appreciate you in a different garb as you were on whatever that show was, being there to support him. That means the world. So God bless, you're a better man than me. So appreciate you, pal.
Thank you, Paul, man. Take care, brother.
Thank you, bro.
And then there were two.
Two.
So Super Bowl, man. We're almost there. 3 o'clock.
Almost there.
Right there.
Yep.
Got 10 more minutes before 3 o'clock. Is there something special that you're doing with the family before you guys get started there with the Super Bowl?
Nah, man. Just honestly, just cleaning and just getting ready to party, man. You know how it goes. When you tell Latino community that you have one of their biggest Latino stars in one of the biggest days of the American holiday, because this is technically right. The Super Bowl Sunday is an American holiday, and then you're gonna throw in one of the biggest stars, and you throw in a Puerto Rican, which is a big Latino superstar. It just becomes a massive festivity day. So everybody's coming, everybody's drinking, everybody's eating, everybody's celebrating. And shoot, if you're going over to see the Kid Rock show as well, by all means, go for it. Just have fun and enjoy your Sunday the same way. But just everybody be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and go Seahawks.
100%. I second everything you said. Again, we have a Puerto Rican that is doing the Super Bowl halftime, and we are a very welcoming people. So please, for today, feel free to be an honorary Puerto Rican. Have a Corona, have a Modelo, have some Pernil on us. Nobody's going to judge you if you have no rhythm. Just get on the dance floor and dance. But again, be safe. Be safe. There's going to be a lot of stupid people on the road. There's going to be a lot of cops that's messing with people. Just be safe. Be safe no matter what you're doing. And again, Seahawks lose, we will riot.
See you on the streets.
This has been Daniel. Thank you guys, and we will be back soon. We don't have an official return date, but we will be back. We are working. Trust me, we will be back. I promise you. Thank you so much for stopping by, and you guys have a great Super Bowl Sunday. Thank you for watching Macho Talk Sports. For more videos, shorts, and live streams, make sure to